Joey.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, the Bachelorette finale was tonight, the long 3-hour finale. We're going to break it down. We're going to get all into it and talk Charity and her winner pick. Spoiler alert, it's Dotun. We're going to talk about Joey being the next Bachelor and a little bit about Paradise. So let's get right into it. If you guys are new to my channel, you know the drill. Give this video a big thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. So tonight is a little interesting because you might be able to tell by the background, we have multiple guests staying in the Zachary reality residence. Yes, we have 3 people here sleeping, bearing with me as I go through this show for you guys. So that's how committed I am. My cousins are here from South Carolina. We have Kelly, we have Kevin, and we have Aubrey. And they watched part of The Bachelor tonight. I actually made them watch it. I'm going to have them on my podcast. I rented a studio for us tomorrow. It's going to be really, really fun. And I'm going to put that out next week. And we're going to be chatting about the show a little bit and some other fun stuff. So it'll be cool to do like an in-studio podcast because it has been a minute. The last time I did one was with Susie, which was probably like 3 months ago. I've done about 5 in person. It's so fun. It's like so liberating. So I wonder how they're going to do with the podcast, but I think they're kind of excited. It's definitely part of the full LA experience. They've never been here before, and we have a full week ahead of us. We're going to San Diego. We are going to the bungalow. I'm going to take them all my typical places. And yes, this shirt is an OG shirt. It says The Bachelor on it because what am I going to do? It's finale night. Got to dress up for you guys. So let's talk about the show. Let's get into it. So long show, right? Oh my God. Very long. So long. So of course Aaron B was eliminated right away. He probably had a dinner date with Charity because she said, like, let's get dinner. So they probably went to dinner and then it wasn't shown because it was irrelevant. I can't believe he even had to come back. It was just such fluff in the beginning. Of course, she was going to send him home. So he goes home. We're not sad. And then, of course, he's going to Paradise. So we'll see him on the beach. We also saw the trailer tonight for Bachelor in Paradise. The next season is coming September 28th. And I will have another video for you guys this week breaking down the trailer and going over the cast and giving the spoilers. I know who gets engaged. I know who sends themselves home. So I'll tell you guys because you guys want to know. So stay tuned. So Aaron's going to be on that season. Cool, right? Like, who cares? Hope he finds love, obviously. Of course, everyone needs to find love. Duh, it's The Bachelor. So then we're down to Joey and Dotun. And let's just talk about how tall Dotun is because he's 7'5". If you're gonna date a guy that tall, like she was on a step stool tonight. Like that was crazy. Is she gonna have to have a step stool when they're making out like everywhere she goes? Can she put a step stool in her purse? Like, can she box it up? Because I feel like she's gonna need that because he's literally so tall. More on that later. But Joey is just like so cute, and he goes to meet Charity's family first, who is lovely. We have to talk about her mom in that whole conversation, but the family date went well. Charity is like all obsessed with Joey. So am I. So happy he's the next Bachelor. Goes great. Then the next day she has her family date with Dotun, which also goes like really well. And here is where the drama is because her mom like wants the best for her, but her mom also doesn't want to tell her what to do. So Charity, she has been alone on this journey throughout the entire time. She says that she's torn between the 2 guys, which like I'm sure she like kind of is, but I also feel like she's gonna pick Dotun. Like she can't be that torn. It's more that she's dreading the breakup with Joey, and maybe she like hasn't admitted to herself that like she knows she's gonna have to break up with Joey and like the time is coming. So she just can't figure out what she wants to do, and she's asking her mom for some insight. Like, please help me. I am not in this experience. Like, I'm in this experience alone. Like, I need your guidance. You're my mom. You're my best friend. Like, this was honestly the most emotional part of the season because her mom was trying so hard to like support her and like have her back, but she's just like, I can't tell you what to do. You need to make your own decision. I like both of the guys. And Charity gets so frustrated with her mom. She brings her outside to talk away from the rest of the family. And I thought she was going to start bawling, crying, because you can only imagine how much emotion she has that she's just dying to let out to someone she really trusts and knows her. And clearly her mom is that person. And her mom is just standing so firm. What would your moms do if you guys were in this situation? My mom would literally say, make your own decision. You figure it out. Like, I'm not going to be responsible. My mom would do the same thing as Charity's, but like times 10, like seriously. But I really understood where Charity was coming from because like her mom knows her best. And if her mom has a little bit of insight, like why, I don't want her to like influence her daughter, but like she could help her navigate this decision. But I also think that her mom just wanted her to make it for herself. And she ended up doing that. So good for her. But that was just a very emotional part of the episode for me when I was paying attention. I was like, this is rough. This is real. So next up, we have the breakup. Charity is breaking up with Joey. I said this to my cousin when we were watching. I was like, there has not been a breakup like this in years where like the guy is actually still there the day of, about to get on one knee. Usually they break up in the hotel the night before, the day before. Like usually there's drama. This season had no drama. Like Katie and Greg, Rachel and Peter with the eyelashes, Peter, Pilot Peter, and like usually there's just so much drama when it's a breakup at the end, but this one was just so mature. Like it was great for them. They communicated well. They like, but I'm saying for us, like, where was the heartache? Like, I'm so happy Joey's the Bachelor. Like, he's perfect. But I wanted to like really feel for him and like start crying and like maybe because he just took it like a champ and he said it was okay. But it just wasn't that emotional. So when Jesse Palmer was like one of the most emotional breakups of all, like me and my cousin Kelly laughed out loud because it just was not an emotional breakup, but everything worked out the way I wanted it to. So it's fine. So then Dalton comes to propose to her and he is so tall. So when he gets down on one knee, he is literally up to her shoulders. Like it's crazy. He almost freaked out a second during their date when they were at night, but then he like seemed fine. But I think he was just like really nervous that she might still love him, or was he just nervous to do the damn thing? I don't know. But it kind of made us be like, wait, what? I mean, even though like we already knew it was gonna happen weeks ago. Anyway, but then they also had those gifts at the end, and Joey's gift was really cute, but then Dalton's gift was like even cuter because he had that thing that meant a lot to them from the beginning. I forgot what it was, and the s'more from their first date. Like it was just so sentimental, so thoughtful. So she ends up telling him right away, like, I love you. I'm gonna pick you, like you're the one for me. And he is so happy and he proposes to her. And it's just so crazy how tall he is when he gets on one knee. Like we could not stop laughing about it. It was so funny. So she says yes, and it's like so emotional, blah, blah, blah. And then they talk about like on their last interview and she's on a step stool. That was the funniest part of the show. I was wondering if they were going to acknowledge it, but then they did. And I was like, thank God. Break the fourth wall, please. Please. So after the final rose is happening right now. So there's a live studio audience throughout the duration of the show. And we have lots of Bachelor Nation alumni there. We have the iconic Barb and her husband, Pilot Pete's mom. Love her, right? Love her or hate her. She always gives a reaction. This caused some people on Twitter to think that Pilot Pete was going to potentially be the Bachelor again. Like a couple people were like, wait, what are they here for that? I thought they were here because they were going to give their take on the Golden Bachelor. Because if Barb was single, let's say Barb got divorced or whatever, she should have been a contestant on the Golden Bachelor. She would have slayed. Other than that, we saw Gabby Wendy in the audience with her girlfriend, Robbie. Super cute. That was like their first public appearance together since The View. Have another video of that on my YouTube channel of Gabby coming out talking about it. We had Rachel. She was sitting with Brayden. A lot of people on Twitter were like, for what? Like, this is weird. But Brayden might get a different edit in Paradise. I feel like he was very hated on The Bachelorette, but his Paradise edit, I truly think is going to be like much more lovable and stuff. And we saw he might have a connection with Kat, but spoiler alert, that's not going to be a thing. If anyone's sitting together, it's not going to be a thing. So Brayden and Rachel, no, not going to be a thing. Joe and Serena were also there because they are the Bachelor Happy Hour hosts. They're the last ones remaining that work for the show and the podcasts, and they're doing their Maybelline commercial. And then Kat was in the audience, and Brooklyn, two of Charity's friends from her season, Zach's season. And then who else was there? I think that was pretty much it. So not a bad squad. So basically, oh, and the parents, of course. I loved Dalton's parents. His hometown, like his family was just so sweet when they surprised him from Nigeria. Such a wholesome, great family. So they came out to announce their love and that they are still together, and they don't have a wedding date yet, but it will probably be sometime in a couple years. Do you guys think they're going to stay together? Usually these Bachelor couples break up after a few months, but I'm going to hold out hope for them. I don't see why not. Zach and Katie are still going strong. And Zach was in the audience too, sitting next to Serena and Joe. But Katie wasn't there, but she's like a nurse, so she probably was busy. So I don't think we should worry. Not that anyone was worrying, but just in case somebody was. And then they basically also got a free trip to Greece, which was so cool because Charity said on that Good Morning America interview that she doesn't have control where they're going during the Bachelorette season. She doesn't get to choose where they travel. And they did all of this season in the US, guys, until Fiji, which was the finale. The Bachelorette has a lower budget than The Bachelor. And I heard that the Golden Bachelor has an even lower budget. So that's probably why it's only going to be 1 hour when it comes on in the fall after Bachelor in Paradise. So we'll talk about that in a second. And then another exciting announcement for Charity, because she's just getting every opportunity, as she should. Good for her, right? Congrats. Dutton announced to her that she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Super, super exciting. I'm really happy for her. I'm glad that she's going to be on that show, and I think she'll do great. So we have a few people announced for Dancing with the Stars, which comes out mid-September. But we know Ariana's going to be there from Vanderpump Rules, Charity, and then I heard Julia Hart from My Unorthodox Life. So that's like 3 people confirmed. I can't wait to see everyone getting spotted, and we can like start to guess like who's behind the mask, because you know how they like cover them when they go to rehearsals, so it's like such a secret. So Charity just got super exciting announcements today, and she also did talk to Joey. They had closure, seemed super healthy. They have love for each other. They really respected each other all the way through. So even though there wasn't any drama, I still really appreciate how much they really respected each other up until the end, because this was not an easy thing to go through. And I felt all the feels tonight. I felt all the emotions for sure. Joey now is announced as the next Bachelor. Thank God I called this a week ago. Did I not call this 2 weeks ago? I've been calling this for weeks. This is perfect. He's hot. He is a tennis pro. He lives in Hawaii. He's like literally the perfect guy for the show. I think that a lot of girls and people who haven't watched the show are going to come back just because he is so good looking. Like, this is the best choice in years. Last year was Zach. Clayton, I liked Matt James, but he wasn't like on the show before, so maybe some people were like, why is he here? But like, this is the first hot, decent, like perfect guy, like where everyone should be excited. So all hats off for Joey. Those 2 girls, poor girls in the audience who thought that they were gonna go on the show right there. And then the one girl who got chosen, Layla, I kind of like her. She was sassy, but I don't think she's gonna win. But you can only imagine how awkward it is. But she got a note card, like a little card that she has to open up when she gets to the mansion. So obviously she'll give it to the producers. I don't know when they're going to start filming it. They're filming the Golden Bachelor right now. So I kind of feel like they might not film Joey's season until that's over, because there's only so many film crews, you know? So Joey's season will probably start filming, let's say mid-September, because we're already in August, because Jerry's season can't be that long. And do we think Jerry's going to get engaged? I'm excited to see what happens. And is my mom on the Golden Bachelor? That's also been a conversation for a while. Who knows if she's there? So that was pretty much it with the finale and everything. Glad the season's over. One for the books. Next week is the Claim to Fame 2-hour finale. So we're down to Monet, Chris, Gabriel, and Carson. I cannot wait to see what happens. So we'll be back next week on my channel to chat about the Claim to Fame finale. So get ready for that. And like I said earlier, I will have another Paradise video on my YouTube channel in the next day or 2, fully dedicated to breaking down the trailer and the cast and giving you guys the spoilers. So lots of exciting things to look forward to. Give this video a thumbs up before you go. Do not forget to subscribe. It's really easy. It's free. You can all do it. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.